Hi everyone, welcome back to my Animal Crossing New Horizons series. I actually decided to go ahead and get the DLC for this game, which I'm pretty interested in checking out and really excited to go ahead and share that with you all as well. I'm pretty sure that you might have seen this one before in the internet as well as might own the DLC yourself. If you do, please let me know in the comment section. I personally have not seen any content on the DLC, so I don't know what to actually expect in this one. Hopefully it is as fun as the game is, so I'm super excited. I think the only thing I know about this DLC is that it does let you customize your house and customize your villager house. I'm not really sure how or when that's gonna happen, so let's see how it goes. As soon as I bought the DLC, this is a newer dialogue I got. Apparently we have to visit the airport. Alright, so it is gonna take us to the airport automatically, which is really good. Now I do have to give a disclaimer right here. If you have seen this before, I would definitely recommend skipping to the portion that you would like to see, which in this case would be definitely decorating different houses. But if it's the first time you're checking out the DLC to see if you want to buy it or not, then I would definitely recommend checking this whole video out, as I've gone through each of these dialogues and will try to update you with all the other dialogues that you'll get. You can definitely try using this as a guide as well. And if you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section. I'm happy to answer your questions. Alright, after that, we do have someone new here who is called Lottie, which is pretty cool. I think she is super cute. I really like her design, especially the flower bun. Really wish that was something I could do with my own character. Anyway, she's actually asking us if we are interested in a job. So she wants us to come and work for her, which is the main theme of this DLC, and I think it's pretty interesting. So let's see what happens next. Alright. I guess we are not negotiating any kind of salary here, so we are just gonna go ahead and say I'll do it. Fantastic indeed. I'm actually excited. To be very honest, I have not gone through any internet guide, so I really have no idea what I'm getting into. Hopefully it's something fun. I guess the next step for us is to go ahead and talk to Orville right there. I mean, we do have to use the airport to go ahead and go to work. I'm actually glad that Tom is actually explaining this to us right here, even though that is what Lottie just told. But I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Orville. Let's go ahead and see what we have. Now I did decide to go ahead and speed up the dialogues over here, as it's the starting of a DLC. Of course we'll have a lot of these dialogues, especially since it's Animal Crossing New Horizon. So I'm just going to speed it up so that we can go forward with this. Anyway, let's check out how the island is going to look. I also really like this transition page right here. I think this one looks way better than the normal page. Really wish they had actually put some design on that one. We also have Wilbur talking to us, which is really nice. I don't really think we get to talk to him that much. The only time he did talk was when I created this island initially, and this is the second time, so it's pretty cool to see him talk about some random topics. Also, the transition is pretty long here, but it is unique. I'm glad that they are giving us some kind of visual. This is of course some kind of initial trailer. I don't think this happens every single time I travel to this island. Some of those island designs that we just saw right now were amazing, and hopefully I'll get to kind of work with it. We also got the title screen, which was pretty cool to see here. Alright, we are landing on the island itself. As usual, we do get a visual of the island right here, and it seems like we have a couple of empty houses. I'm not really sure if they are houses, I should say probably empty buildings. But other than that, we also have a cute new character right here. This is Niko, and we probably will be working with him a lot, considering that he did come to kind of get us. Alright, he is asking us to follow him so that we'll be able to talk to Lottie. There's also another boat right here, which I wonder if we'll be able to use in the future. Before we move out, here is a small map of this island. It's definitely a really small touch to this whole design, but makes it look so much better. I kind of feel like this is a total new game, even though it's just a small DLC. Let's quickly go ahead and enter this building and see who we have here. Here is Lottie. I think this is gonna be some kind of main building where I'll be coming every single day. I also see a lot of furnitures in the side. I think I'll be able to buy those. I think that will help me speed up in getting all the furnitures for cataloging them in this game. I'm not one bit surprised with the amount of dialogues we are getting right here. Let's see what they have to say. Alright, Niko is an expert with local stuff, which is pretty good. Of course, he is also learning on sales and construction department. So the third character is called Wardell. I think that's how it's pronounced. Really sorry if I mispronounced it. Alright, he seems like he does not talk that much, so that is one thing to keep in mind. Anyway, let's see what Lottie has to say. So we do have to wear a uniform. I guess I'll be able to do that. We do have to go upstairs for it though. Not really sure if that is something we have to do every single time I come in here. Hopefully there is a shortcut to wearing our uniform. But here we are upstairs in the staff room. We have quite a few items. And I really like the division for this room, which I think we'll be able to do once we are going forward in this DLC. I'm just checking out all the other items to see what we have. We do have the storage right here, which I think we'll be able to access our home storage. Quite helpful. I also don't think I need any of the items I have in my pocket here, and it probably will be disabled. Either way, it's pretty fun to have a cabinet that we can actually exchange our items with. There's a lot of uniform options as well. I'm a bit overwhelmed with this. Let me go ahead and dress myself up so that we can go back and talk to Lottie. So here I am. As you can see, I did use a uniform that Lottie is wearing right here. This one I thought looked really good. But there are other couple clothing items that you can actually find in your island that you can also wear as a uniform. But since we are gonna be talking to other villages, I think this looks cool. Now that we are here, let's see if we have any tasks that we can actually complete. I guess we'll be going out with Niko to go ahead and talk to the clients. I'm not really sure which animals you'll be able to find in the island and whether they do actually change every single day. Hopefully they do, and hopefully I do have an option on selecting who it's gonna be. Right here we did get Eloise, who is the very first villager. I guess this one is kind of set for everyone. Maybe everyone will get her as the very first villager. So she is asking us on an idea for creating a vacation house. I guess we could actually do that. Alright, we do have quite a lot of dialogues. By the way, the reason why I mainly speeded this up was because when I was playing or recording this video, I was actually reading all the dialogues just to make sure I was not missing any kind of storyline. So that's the reason why it's taking a bit more time, and I think kind of speeding it up will actually help you as well. Here we are outside, and she does have a couple of furnitures that she wants us to use, which is right here. I really like these three items. They are super nice, and she does want to call it her relaxing reading room. Definitely it's an idea I would use in my own home, so I'm pretty happy with this one. Alright, we are gonna go to a particular location. In this case, she did actually select the location herself, but in the future I think we'll be able to do that, which I think will be very helpful. Alright, we are traveling to the location itself. Here we are. This is what we will be decorating. I'm not really sure if we'll be decorating the exterior, but I think we'll be decorating more of an interior in this case. Here we are in the interior of the house. We do have all the three furnitures available, so all we have to do is go ahead and figure out how we can actually design this house based on those three items, and maybe have to use it as well. I'm not gonna show how I'll be designing it unless there is a new step added to it, but I'll just show the final result once I have designed the house. Anyway, I guess it's time for me to go ahead and get it started. Unfortunately, Niko is not really gonna help us. He is just here to exist in this game. I guess he's more of a help when we are traveling to different islands. Either way, I am excited to go ahead and design this house, so let me quickly do that. So it's done, here it is. This is the small design for Eloise's house. I did it more on the theme of books, so I think it looks like we have a library. This is more of an inspiration from Bones' house. If you have seen his house before, you know that it looks like a library, and I really wanted to make this house look the same. Anyway, we are ready to go ahead and show this one to you. Since we have used all the three items, which by the way, it actually asks you to use them in the checklist itself, you'll be able to go ahead and then complete this one. I don't think you really have to put any other item. As long as you're using all the three furnitures that this animal has requested, you'll be able to actually complete this. This is something I actually found out in between here. But I did go ahead and use a couple other items that were available in the catalog. I think the more users that we do help, the more items that we can actually use. Anyway, I did go ahead and take a couple of photos of this house. Probably will be using it for a later stage. At least it is a good way for me to keep a memory of this house itself. Alright. I'm actually excited to see what happens next. This is the very first house we have designed, but I'm hoping we will get more other houses to design in the future. We are back at the headquarters. Lottie is as usual pretty happy. Let's see what else we have to say right here. I'm actually more wondering on the buildings that are available on this island. Those look like they are empty, and maybe it's something as a project for us in the future. I guess we won't really get an explanation for it now. Either way, Niko is asking us to step outside, which is something I can actually do. We also get paid in Poki, which is a new currency for this DLC. I guess we don't really get bells here, which is a bit surprising. I was really expecting more bells. Definitely this is not spendable over there, but I think we'll be able to spend it on those furnitures that is right next to Wardell. Anyway, now that we have done this, I guess we have to talk to her to work again. I think it has been super exciting till now. We do have a couple of souvenir chocolates here. Maybe I'll be able to buy a couple of them to give it as gifts to my villager. To be honest, I didn't really realize most of these items are very costly. As you can see, I cannot buy any of these, even though I really want to buy them. Maybe I'll be able to come back and buy them on a later stage once I have helped a couple more animals. For now, let me go ahead and check out this island itself before we move on with the storyline. Here we are. This is the main house and we are walking towards the other buildings. This is what I was talking about when I said they are empty. We also have a lot of these vines and glowing moss around here, as well as this beautiful structure in between. I wonder if we can have this structure right here in my island, especially the rocky platform that we are standing on. This is an item I don't think that's available for us, but If you're able to kind of do this with just different path designs, I think that would look super cool. Anyway, now that we have this, I actually accidentally clicked on A and my character actually picked up the glowing moss, which I wasn't really expecting. Unfortunately, my pocket is kind of locked in this DLC, so I really can't place it back. I guess if you are planning on buying the DLC, you have to be a bit careful with this one. Anything that's on this island, you can actually pick it up, but you won't be able to put it back. I don't think you'll be able to pick up the shrubs. Maybe the vines are something that you can actually pick up. Either way, here's a small night spot. The camera as well zoomed out over there, which I think is super cool. Either way, this is the small island that we will be visiting. We do have a couple of cute villages sitting around. Right now we have only 3 villages. Piper is the first one. I really like Piper, so maybe I will talk to her. We also have Ali and Willow. Alright. Maybe once I do go ahead talk back to Lottie, I can come back and maybe talk to these 3 villages. I need to remind myself to call them animals and not villages. It is so confusing. Anyway, I did talk to Lottie, and apparently we can actually promote our vacation house by talking to all the animals that are sitting outside. Let me actually do that since we are kind of free now. I'll be able to decorate another house before I do end out this episode. Decorating a house definitely is much time consuming than what I initially thought. I mean, if you're going for a simpler design, you can definitely finish it really fast. But if you're going for a more intricate design, like I went for the first house, it definitely takes at least 30 minutes for you to decorate it. I'm pretty sure it will be more in the future when we do get more different options. Anyway, we do have Niko here outside as well. Based on all the dialogues I read right here, it seems that we have to kind of hover right next to the villager to see what they're thinking of. So apparently it actually gives us the dream of what they need. Here I did make a mistake of talking to Piper, but let me just walk around her. As you can see, there is the thought bubble and she definitely needs a spa and waves. We also have coffee for Willow, which is a unique vacation topic, but we'll go with Piper for now. Clicking on let's chat option, we will be kind of transported to where we were sitting before with Lottie. Let me see what exactly Piper wants to use. So here are all the items that I have to use while decorating his house. I think these ones are quite unique. Maybe I'll be able to get some more furnitures now that I am on the second house. This time I do get to select the location, which is really good. Alright, we'll be able to change the seasons as well, which is very helpful. There are definitely a lot of different areas. Each of those dark green dots are where you can actually select. For Piper, based on the items that he did suggest, I think a area where we do have beach would look really good. All of the sandy areas is something that I could actually select. After thinking about it for some time, I actually selected this area right here. I think this one's perfect. So we are gonna go to this new location and start decorating. The one thing I actually missed in Eloise's house is that I forgot to decorate the outside of it, which is something I think we are able to do. In this case, I'm gonna go ahead and decorate the outdoors of this house and then go for the indoors. There's also another option that I forgot. You can actually replace the house or the way it actually looks. We do know we have different customizations for the house in our normal island. All those customizations are actually applicable for the house itself over here. You can also remove any of the trees or shrubs that are naturally available in this environment. In this case, I can actually remove that coconut tree over there as well, but I think it actually suits pretty well. Anyway, let me quickly go ahead and customize this area, and I'm going to show how it looks before we go to the interior of the house. So here's the exterior of the house. As you can see, I did use a couple of items to kind of decorate it, but I could have done so much better. I think I'll be able to come back here and redesign it on a later stage once I do have more items that I could use here. But for now, that is going to be the design. For the interior, this is the design that I have made. It's a pretty small house, but we do have a lot of items that are on theme with the beach. So I did actually go with a similar wallpaper as well as flooring. Now that we have finished it, we do get a display of the house with this small video right here. By the way, you can actually remove this preview by just clicking on B button and it will just cancel itself. But you do have to go through it every single time you customize a house. Either way, I think it's a super cool way to go ahead and take more photos. So I'll be having the preview out. But in case if you don't want it, just click on B button. Anyway, now that this is done, I think we'll be able to finally go back. I do know we get more Poki, so I'll be able to buy some of the furnitures as well. Till now, I think the DLC has been pretty fun, and I think we do have a kind of a storyline that is going on here. Hopefully, we'll be able to get more on the storyline as well as see how it actually ends. I'm actually super excited that we are able to customize all of these villager houses as well as customize them. As you can see here, I'm actually customizing Piper, which you'll be able to do to go ahead and take some photos. But the good thing is, even after you take the photos, the villager will be wearing the same outfit. So if you want them to be in theme with what you have created, I think you'll be able to easily do that. Anyway, I think we did get a good photo from this house, so we'll be able to go ahead and go back. Here we are. Let's quickly talk to Lottie. Just to summarize on what I've seen till now in this DLC, I think it was worth for me buying this one. If you're personally interested in customizing different villager houses, which I think in this DLC you can actually customize all the villages that are available in this game, as well as further on customize your own island villager houses, which I think is a very unique thing. Definitely this DLC is recommendable. If you are planning on buying it during the holidays, go ahead for it. But if you're not really interested in customizing that much and prefer your villager houses to be the same as they do come, I'm really not sure if this DLC is for you though. Anyway, I'm pretty happy that I did buy it. I'm pretty sure there is a storyline for this, which I am seeing a bit now. Maybe we'll get more of an idea of what it is in the upcoming videos, which I'll definitely be doing. Anyway, that is all I'm gonna take up for today. As you might know, we did do 2 different houses. Right here, we are also being told about a new app that Lottie is actually giving to us, which is right here. It's called Happy Home Network and actually has the photos that you took for each of these houses. We did just take a photo of Piper's house, but I definitely want to take a photo of Eloise's house as well. And I do want to customize the outside of her house, which is something I'll actually do. The main thing that I did not realize right here, which I did realize after the end of this episode, is that you can just go ahead, go into the app in your phone and select to visit a place from there, instead of coming out and talking to Niko as I did right here. This was totally unnecessary and could have just been kind of skipped. Either way, I did learn about it though. Now the main reason why I'm going back here is not to decorate the exterior, but to just go ahead and take a photo of the interior that we did do. I will cover the exterior in the next episode. I am planning to kind of play this game offline a bit so that I do get used to all of its options. I'm pretty sure there are so many things that I really did not check either. Anyway, let me go ahead and go into her house. Here we are. I'm not really sure if I want to dress her again. I mean, her costume looks pretty good for the house itself. Let me go ahead and take a photo so that I'll be able to upload it to the Happy Home Network. Anyway, I am done with the photo, so I'm gonna go ahead and head back. Unfortunately, I forgot to record the part where I took the photo. Once I do talk to Lottie right here, I'm gonna quickly show the photo to you all. Alright, I guess that is all for today. I really don't want to work too much over here. Sometimes if you do play the game a lot, you kind of get tired of it. So I'm gonna end out this episode here. Once we do complete it, we can definitely go ahead and say I am finished for the day, which is pretty nice. Anyway, here is the photo for Eloise's house. There we go. I think the photo looked really nice. I actually went ahead and did change her clothes to kind of match the brown color of the interior, but it did look super nice. Alright, that is all I had for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you're more interested in Pokemon games, I also have them up in my channel, so go ahead and check it out. But I'll see you all right here in the next episode.